see this, because this is a case study, but let me show you how it can work in Nigeria. Sir, this is Dangote Group.
The company.
One company by one man, an individual, producing all of this, manufacturing.
I respect him, honestly.
No, a great night. Even though you, and that's the funny thing, some Nigerians will celebrate politicians. I have friends who criticize Dangote, call him all sorts of unprofitable names.
No. I'm sure you don't sleep 3 a.m. every day.
Now,
to run all this company.
This is the behemoth of the group, the refinery at 20 billion. This is cement. On the stock exchange is valued at 13 trillion naira, converted maybe 8 billion. Then the sugar, 5 billion. So I reckon that if you total everything, Dangote, the valuation will be maybe $50 billion.
It's Nigeria now.
Nigeria like the South Koreans. If as Nigerians, this is the Dangote group and all of that, I said our national strategic objectives, if we're leaders whose minds are working, our national strategic objective is to replicate Dangote, Bua, that's Bua Group,
Ibeto.
Rather than patronizing Japanese Toyota, all this, Ibeto and all these companies, so that if we make 50 billion worth Dangote, if we can replicate it 50 times, sir, in 10 years we already have 2.5 trillion GDP.
But we cannot do it.
Without electricity?
No, not only that. See.
And our value system is warped.
We are different nations. Unless we go Scandinavian way. Denmark, Sweden, Finland, because we are just mixed together.
That's too utopian, sir, because I think I'm an apostle of MSMEs incubation, but I've now been convinced, finally, by raw evidence that even if you have MSMEs clusters everywhere, you still need a big giant like Dangote to take over this, whatever those produce. And because, sir, where we need to be competing is in the global arena. Do you agree with me, sir?
I agree with you. The foundation of Nigeria has to be negotiated. We just our values have different. Because let's face it, the Southeast people are not Southwest people. Southwest people are not Middle Belt people. Let everybody just live under the same umbrella, but let's have some autonomy.
So that we can have federation like the Switzerland.
The best we had was in the 60s when there was competition. If there are no competition, you just die.
Absolutely. But a guest of mine said this, but I also countered by saying, is it just about the system or about the quality of the leadership?
You cannot emerge because you have to steal big money to get to Abuja. If I'm just a chairman of local government in Osun State, and I'm just satisfied with that.
I agree with
but to come to Abuja, the party have to run. I have to buy a form for 50 million because they have to have office in 36 states.
Absolutely.
So the party has to run with money corruptly taken from the politicians. But if you define so that I just run with posters in my local government.
And the quality of your ideas.
So I cannot run for anything under the Nigerian system now. I cannot.
I can definitely. So, Doc, I said conclusions. Number one, critical takeaways from South Korea economy. It relies on exports for its economic growth.
Absolutely.
It is a highly successful manufacturing economy.
Right on the mark.
It is a fully foreign trade dependent economy.
Correct.
It has an abundance of electricity to power its industrialization and ambitions.
Absolutely.
Its leading global exports are electronics, electrical machineries, and other related ships and all of that, other related products. Now, this is important, Doctor. It is a society with a zero tolerance for criminals and any form of corrupt practices by politicians and business persons. Even the clergy are not exempt.
You commit
Dr.
suicide.
Yonggi Cho
You commit suicide.
jailed.
You commit suicide.
You commit on
Once
your
you are
honor.
accused.
Exactly.
Once you are not even tried.
Exactly.
You commit suicide.
Exactly.
Because your family honor is already been damaged.
It's above every other thing.
But here,
that's why I said we celebrate mediocrity.
FCC is your badge of honor.
Exactly.
FCC.
Exactly. And finally, it relies on a highly skilled, well-motivated workforce trained by the state to drive its economic aspirations. Doctor, we'll come back to do this maybe now a couple of weeks. We're doing this same thing again. We'll look in depth.
Absolutely. I'm glad to be part of this.
Thank you so much, Doctor, for coming. I really appreciate it.